Let's just go ahead and get started. Yeah. Episode 133.
The list, baby, the list.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the week right here, man.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know. I know. I know. I know. Hey, I know. I know. I know.
That's where you at.
Uh-huh.
Man? Okay.
I know I was off beat too, because you know how it be a delay. It's gonna sound good right there. It sound good right there, but you know when the delay hit with the intro, everything don't go right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, hand.
Be original, baby. I'm back, family. We back. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Y'all know how we do, man.
This is episode 133, and we calling this one The List. And the beast goes on.
Only thing that we ask, like we do each and every week, for those who watching this live right now, just do us a favor and share this, man. Share this, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like we say each and every week, man, so we can make this thing grow and do what it do.
Exactly. I said absatly. Yeah, sound like pop right there. That was fun.
Yeah, it's all good in the hood, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So anyway, go ahead, brother. What you was about to say?
How was your week, man?
Week was good. Week was good money, man. You know, had a good weekend. Had a few different things to attend, which is always nice to be, incorporated, included into the festivities of things. I attended a graduation party. It's only right. I attended a graduate party, man. Had 4 graduates coming out of one household, man. A mom and the 3 children, man. You know, awesome situation. Never been to anything like that before. 4 graduates. 2 graduating college. You know, one being the mother received a PhD. You know what I mean? The son, he received his bachelor's.
Right.
You know, you had one daughter that's getting ready to go into high school, and you had one coming out of high school getting ready to go into her freshman year in college.
Now, here's the thing. It's clapping on. First of all, clap it up for them. That was awesome. Clap it up for them. But let me tell you something. I just thought about something right quick. You know what I mean?
That's cool. What's that?
I don't need to know who they are, because, you know, just that's their business. We ain't going to do all that right here.
But you do all that, but you do them. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, okay. All right. But you remember... I'm glad I do know. It kind of defeats the whole thing I'm about to say. I knew the same people.
Man. That's why I had to get in front of that before.
No, I knew the same people you knew. Like, so you know how like we became adults.
Right.
They got our own different set of people. But you said I knew the people, so it don't even matter now. That don't even matter.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all I was about to say. I just thought about it. But congrats to them, man. That's congrats. 2023 has been a big year of graduations. You know what I mean? It's a big year of graduations.
Absolutely.
As you know, my baby girl graduated high school. You know what I mean? We gonna go ahead and clap it up for her.
I was getting ready to clap it up for Lisa, baby. Good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're making it rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
You know, that's always awesome, man, to see the great things like that. And like you say on this show, man, we like to highlight everything.
Right.
Not just the negative and the unfortunate negative things, but we like to highlight the positives as well.
Right.
So congratulations to all the graduates out there, and for those who getting ready to, start new journeys in their life, whether going into college or coming out of it, good luck.
Right.
And keep up the great work. But how was your weekend, man? How was your week, so to speak? How's things been going?
Week was pretty cool. Working like always. Had a gig Saturday. Had to work.
Okay.
Had to work late Friday. But I had a gig Saturday. They had it was a graduation party at that. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another one, I think she received her master's or a PhD or something like that, you know. So
absolutely.
That was one there. And then Sunday, top of the afternoon, you know, DJ the brunch. Shout out to D and Q Wit, you know what I mean? My boy DJ Drew, that's bro. And then shout out to of course DK. DK was the host. and
Okay.
I got to see my sister Snacks, who was
Oh,
mad at
okay.
me for about a year. So we hugged it out and we cool now. So let's go ahead
That's
and
all
clap
that
that.
matters, man. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? That's all that matters. If you guys got to a better place about the situation.
Right. So my weekend
That's
was
great.
great. Yeah.
That's great. We're gonna get into this week's thought of the day, man. I'm gonna go ahead and read that one. I know
Oh,
E, you
oh,
got it already
oh, and
ready.
one with the had a great therapy session yesterday. Great therapy session. Clap it up for that
That's good, man.
right there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I want to say this before I get into the thought of the day. I want to say, man, that I can say for myself, I appreciate your total transparency, man. After
Mm-hmm.
we had that conversation about therapy a few episodes back,
Mm-hmm.
you've been pretty much, pretty, like I said, transparent about the fact that you even go.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's a biggie because we talked about how in the communities that we grew up
Right.
in and
Right.
some of the other areas in our life, especially in our particular culture,
Right.
that when you hear certain words like therapy, it becomes a taboo conversation. So I'm glad to hear that you're the type of person, brother, that don't mind
But
sharing the fact that you actually going and attending therapy.
but I but I share it because with everything you just said
Right?
was like a quarter of my therapy session yesterday.
Okay.
So we always talk. So I can't be there. I'm just being honest, saying I wish that more people would go to therapy. You know what I mean? In my family, in my culture, and everywhere, because it's not about having a problem. It's just showing you the other side of yourself. You know what I mean? It's almost
Hmm.
like you get to talk to a complete stranger, and it's cool. So what you just said, I can't say I wish more people would go and then be quiet about it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why
Got
I'm
you.
so transparent with the
Well, that's what's
situation.
up. I'm
That's why
glad.
I'm
Well,
so transparent.
I'm glad that it did that for you.
Right.
We applaud you, man. We applaud you for once again, being
Mm-hmm.
willing to share.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna get into this week's start of the day, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Once again, I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. That was a quote from Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, let's clap it up. You happy look on that side over there? Oh, I see. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I got it. I see. I was
Hmm.
choppy on
Hmm.
mine. I was choppy on mine.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, once again, this is episode number 133, and the name of the episode is The List.
The list. The list.
E, I mean, you brought this to my attention. I mean, you said you wouldn't mind having a conversation about this, and you know how we do, baby. We bring it to the stage.
Right. Let's bring it to
So
the
what
stage.
inspired? What inspired? Let me ask you this: what inspired The List being the concept or the topic of conversation this evening? What did that for you?
Told you that one, it was about, as I was, well, first of all, everybody always already knows they had the list of top 10 DJs in the city,
Okay.
and I was number 11. You know what I mean? So on the top 10 list,
Right.
I was
Right.
Isaiah Thomas. I was Zeke out this bitch. You know what I
So you
mean?
was snubbed. You was snubbed,
I
man.
was
Sound like you was
snubbed. I was
snubbed.
from the dream team. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But as when the list went out, I didn't even see it right away. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
People had started reaching out to me, and then I seen it. Um, for the rest of the day, as I'm scrolling, I don't know if it's just how the algorithm is working. I'm seeing different lists from sports, different lists and that, or maybe that's just where my subliminal mind was. My subconscious was like,
I don't know, man.
even though,
AI is pretty smart right now, man.
yeah, yeah. Now you're right about that.
I don't know.
So it just inspired me to realize and understand that you know you don't pay it. I don't pay attention really to opinionated lists. I will speak on them and talk on them, but I don't really pay attention because it's one's opinion.
Right.
Slash, my man Slash wasn't wrong for putting his 10. That's his 10. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it felt good to see the people actually root for me, speak up for me, even before I seen it. You know what I mean? Because that makes that alone just makes it feel good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That they appreciate what I do. So I'm gonna clap it up for me.
Absolutely.
I'm clapping it
Absolutely.
up for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question.
Yeah.
No question. Okay, so that's what made you bring it up. Okay. I
Right.
mean, what made you all right. So that's great. Let's do this, right?
Uh huh.
So, like you said, shout out to the brother for making the list. That was his perspective, his opinion about it, and it's fine. Ain't no right or wrong in creating your own list. I'm a little bit deeper into the situation, not even so much that particular list, but just in the concept of developing lists, period.
Right. That's where we was
Um,
going with it.
so first and foremost, I think you kind of alluded to it a little bit, but I'm gonna ask this question. Does being on the list really matter? And if so, who does it matter to?
You asking me that?
I'm asking you that.
Oh, no, it don't really matter. It don't matter
Okay.
because it's one's opinion. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
And but it sparks conversation and things of that nature. You got some people that no matter what, if a person came up and said the greatest basketball players of all time is the top three greatest basketball players of all time is LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant, and there's no Mike on the list, people gonna go bananas.
It's funny you mentioned that because I happen to have a list in front of me right now from ESPN.
Oh
It so
shit!
happened, I didn't know. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know.
But you
So
understand what I'm saying. So
crystal
with
clear.
with that list, with the
Right.
DJ list, some
Okay.
people, many people feel like the list can't be official without me being on it. You get what I'm saying? Not
Okay.
taking nothing from nobody. I love every
Right.
DJ on the list.
Right. Because you
I'm
want to be
just
clear.
saying.
You're
I'm
not
just
saying that
that's how.
somebody should have been omitted.
Right.
You're just saying that I
Because
got you.
every
I'm with you. Go ahead.
yeah, that's all it is. That's basically. I guess how some people look, but it don't really matter. Again, because it's just his opinion, man.
So
That's all.
so the question I asked once again, and because I want to entertain that as well, does being on the list really matter? And if so, to who? Of course it matters. Of course it matters. I'm gonna say it matters because the reality of it is even though you don't do certain things to be on people's list,
Right.
it's always nice to know that whatever the criteria for yourself that you
Right.
create puts you on certain lists, right? So, for instance, if a person told you what the criteria was to be on a list before they actually created the list, if you didn't make that list, at least you know why, right?
Right. Right. Like the
At least you
50
know why.
MC. That's how they did the 50 MCs list.
Right, right. So
Right.
there's a little bit clarity on it. But when it's an independent list and it's just something that you may feel from your own particular perspective, that's cool. You don't trip
Right.
over things like that. So when
Right.
I ask the question to who, it's always a situation for me. Like, I think as I get older, I value, I do value people's opinion. I went through a whole spell of I don't care what nobody think about me, man. I don't care what they say. I don't. But I had to think about that as time went on. It did matter to me what people thought about me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because of the fact that I don't only represent myself, I represent my family and others that I represent.
I
So
pick up
at
what
some
you're
point,
putting down. I
you
got you.
understand what I'm
You
saying?
know what I
So at
mean?
some point or another, I got to the point where I started saying, okay, I want to be judged by company that means something to me, right?
Right.
So like nobody, I'm like, for instance, like I would, if you did your top 10, like we just talked about a few minutes ago, ESPN just went on it, not a problem. They did the top 10. I'm gonna give you the rundown. All right. Now this could still be argument, somebody might still argue this situation, but number 10, Shaq. Number 9, Kobe Bryant. Number 8, Tim Duncan. Number 7, Larry Bird. Number 6, Wilt Chamberlain. Number 5, Magic Johnson. Number 4, Bill Russell. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, LeBron James. And number 1, Michael Jordan.
Mm.
Not my list, ESPN's list, right? Now, granted, because it came from ESPN, yeah, people gonna argue, but it's a different argument when you
Oh
argue
yeah.
with
Oh
ESPN,
yeah.
right?
It's more
Because see,
credible.
that's what I'm saying. So, like I said, you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna have an issue with something, I'm gonna have it with a group or a specific, level,
Yeah. Yeah.
level of a
Yeah.
like. I'm not going to like. To me, it's like, all right, well, all right, that's cool. ESPN is different, right?
Right. Right.
It's a little bit
Again,
different,
it's what I'm saying. Like if you don't make the ESPN list, you gonna feel like whoa, whoa, whoa.
right?
Yeah.
Right, like right now, if Shaq saw ESPN's, he's going, oh wow, I'm number 10. But if the Porch Podcast had a top 10 and we made Shaq number 3, you know, What are you gonna be hyped up like? Yeah, I'm number 3 on the Porch podcast list. Like, I'm not trying to play us out. I'm just saying, we not ESPN, we not Bleacher Report. You know what I'm saying? We not.
We ain't even. It is what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, at some point, I think you get to a point where you go, oh, all right, because it does, where it's coming from does matter.
Right.
It does. So that's just my response to that situation. I do got more questions about it, though, bro. Since we're here, we might as well entertain it.
Yeah.
What matters more? Whose list you're on, right? Or what list you're on?
Both.
Okay. Break it down.
Because if you wouldn't want to be on the piece of shit list.
Come on, man. See,
from a credible source like ESPN.
Come on, man.
You wouldn't want to be on that. You see what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
But if Mr. Benny that got the corner store up the block,
talk about it.
Say, listen, man, the sharpest 5 young boys in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you ain't on there.
Right.
You don't give a fuck about Mr. Benny list. You still gonna go get a chopped cheese from him or something. You know what I mean?
I promise you will. I promise you.
You don't care about Mr. Benny.
You don't nobody care if they make the top 10 wealthiest in Trenton on Trentonian. The wealthiest people look at the Forbes list, man. They don't care nothing about what they ranked in their city. Yeah, man. I'm number 6 on the list, baby. All time biggest pockets. Don't nobody care about the Pocket Rocket organization or the count in the newspaper.
Yeah. I'm number 1. Bitch, I'm number 1 in the world.
Right.
Of my life. Right. See? That's how you look at it. Because everybody should be their own number 1.
Right. Right. It should matter.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it should matter where it matters at.
Yeah. Hello, Miss Gilbert. How are you, dear?
Okay, all right, okay. Is that for both of the Mr. Rainey's? Hello, Miss Gilbert. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm saying that because, like, all jokes and smoke aside, man, I think what we do as people, man, we create lists, and my thing has always been built on the same things. Whenever you create a list, you have to do some form of comparison. Because you can't create a list with one person on it. If it's one name on it, right? If you turn around and you say Michael Jordan's the best basketball player ever in the world, there ain't no list. That's just one person. Like if you call a person a GOAT or any of those things, you're not coming up with different. It's just always going to be some level of comparison.
See if I don't know. I got it. Go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you.
And to me, it's always good to be recognized for whatever you do. Like I said, we ain't tripping off the whole thing with the whole list and all that kind of stuff. It just happened to be the conversation. But when you look at life in general, we all on somebody's list. Or we all snubbed off of somebody's list. Every last one of us. And if we allow that to be like our determining factor on whether or not we're going to keep pushing or not, I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I don't know how far you would really get.
Right.
So I'm just saying all that to say, like, you should, it should matter whose list you on. It should matter to you who evaluates you. That should matter.
Right.
You're not going to be at everybody's list, but it's cool. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, you got to just know what you got going on. You got to know your techniques and your skills and do what you need to do. But it was, it was definitely I can say it was funny. It wasn't funny. It was funny, though. It was definitely comical, though. I ain't going to lie. This
is what I was talking about when I had cut your wisdom. And it was very funny. It was. Motherfuckers. He's fucking with West, man. He told him he's representing Dipset, my nigga. Hell,
hilarious.
That was crazy.
Hilarious.
He said, Jay, representing for the big bald head, fat, sexy nigga.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I just want to let you know it's the funniest thing in the world. When you cuss or something, and you looking at the words on Facebook, all they put is stars. Like half of your words is all stars.
Listen, my bad. So look, this was the greatest GOATs list, and it said ranking the all-time GOATs, where Tom Brady lands among greatest players in all 4 major North American sports. Okay, it became a thing, but they ranking all the GOATs in the sports, right? So, first one was number 9, Gordie Howe. You know what I mean? AKA Mr. Hockey. You know, he was for
Yeah, I got a list
NHL.
too. Wow, go ahead. I'm listening to
Right.
yours.
Number
Okay.
8, Mickey Mantle,
Now, E, where'd this list come from, though?
CBS.
Oh, it's a credible source. All
CBS
right.
Sports. Yes.
It matters. It should matter.
Yeah. That was number 8 was Mickey Mantle. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Okay.
Number 7, Joe DiMaggio. Right?
Joey DiMaggio.
Yep. Number 6, Yogi Berra.
Okay.
Right? This is
Right.
the all-time. Number 5, Wayne Gretzky.
The great one.
The great one. You know what I mean? Yep. And number 4, Bill Russell.
Okay. Okay. Build a thrill.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Number
Okay.
3, Tom Brady. Hold on.
Wow.
All right. Number 2, Babe Ruth. And
Hey,
number 1, who do you think it is? Sometimes I dream
I was going to say Mike, right?
that he is me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I dream that boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. No. Listen. That's the
EQ,
thing.
peace, brother.
Peace to the brother. Peace, EQ. Welcome back, bro. I knew you was on your way. I could feel it. I could feel the brother
That's
was
my
going to be
man.
here.
You got to see EQ rock too, bro. DJ too. Yep.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah.
Absolutely. I just got to get outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I might have to come out and do a tour and then do my own list like Brother Slash did, man.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? It
Right.
might not be as comical. The brother is shout out Slash. Yo, man, you had me laughing, brother. You
Yeah.
definitely had me in tears. So shout out to the brother for making that comical joint. And I mean that sincerely, bro. So like you were saying about the whole thing with the list, we do it with everything, man. Boxers, man, we do it with anything that you can think about, man. People sit back and they do comparisons. That's my main thing. I don't have no problem with anybody's list of anything because I think it's all debatable. I do think that once again, it does matter who it matters to. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Like, I'd rather be the number one on the list in my house as the dad. Ain't no other father in here, so, I should be undisputed. But what I'm saying is there's certain levels of things where I want to make sure I'm definitely on that list. And then there's other ones that you just work with. You know what I mean? So, now, you always on time, brother EQ. Never late, my brother. Never late. Always on time. You know what I'm saying? But I did look at something since you was talking about that sports list, E. I got to bring this up, man. I thought it was a little mind-blowing, personally. I looked at it from the perspective of not only, okay, I want to say this. It's top 10 of the best father and son duos in sports history.
Okay.
Okay? They didn't necessarily all play together, obviously. It's just, when they say duos, I guess just, they followed in their footsteps, so to speak. But they have them on here. Now, I want to definitely address the one that's known by most people is obviously the Griffies. King Griffey, senior and junior,
Yeah.
actually played together out there in Seattle. And, that was amazing right there. But this is the one that kind of took the cake for me, man.
What's that?
You got to, I want to make sure this from the NHL, man. Gordy and Mark. They had another one, too, the other son's name, but he wasn't as good as them, apparently. Gordy and Mark Howe.
How? Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play together. All right. Gordy actually played 32 seasons, man. now, no disrespect, right?
No disrespect, but that is for the love of the game. He played 32 hockey seasons.
Come on, E. Not 32 golf seasons, not 32 baseball seasons. We ain't talking about ping pong or tennis.
Right.
32 years of hockey.
That's crazy, yo.
He played with his. That was going to come out wrong. He played with his son. Him and his son played together. His other son.
Him and his son participated together.
Yeah. They both were on the same team, the Houston Aeros, from 1973 to 1977. So I thought that was pretty amazing right there. But then, I'll give you the one as per Bleacher Report, man. Most successful father and sons combos in sports history. Uh, so they got the Felipe and Moises Alou. All right, that's obviously baseball. Calvin and Grant Hill, Ken Norton Sr. and Jr., Dale and Steph Curry. You know what I mean? That's funny because they ain't want to put up there Seth. I'm gonna put him in there with him. Yannick and Joakim Noah, Ray and Bob Boone, yeah, Lee and Richard Petty, Cecil and Prince Fielder, Rick and Brent Barry. Like I said, both the Griffeys, Bobby
Cecil and
and Brad
Prince.
Hill. You like that?
Yeah, no, Cecil Fielder. I remember him, man.
Yeah. Remember we had the pictures.
Yeah.
The Alomar, Sandy Sr. and Jr., and of course Roberto was the best. Clay Matthews Sr. and Jr., Bobby and Barry Bonds, and the Mannings, Archie, Peyton, and Eli. So when you start thinking about lists, those are impressive lists. If I'm going to be on a list, I want to be on that list where you look up and you say, wow, my father played this sport, or my uncle, my grandfather, whoever, and we were able to stay a part or be a part of the history of a major league sport that people will go down, it will go down in the history book. See, if I'm going to be on a list, I want to be on a historical list. I want to be on a list that changes something, that means something, inspires people. That's what I want to do.
Right.
I want to be on those type of lists. So I ain't got nothing against lists, but my thing is at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? Make sure you're working hard to be who you need to be in the best possible version of yourself.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about lists, you know what I'm saying? If you're ever going down a list and you're looking for a company that could take care of all of your full, event planning needs, whether it's a birthday party, like he said, I mean, we're talking about these graduation parties, a retirement party, a wedding, all of these different things. We got one company for you that can take care of everything. Let them know who it is. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. Make sure to check out their Facebook and Instagram pages at FNC Events. Head on over today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Absolutely.
Front and Center Events.
Absolutely. So it's funny, bro. I want your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to a podcast a little earlier, and it was a topic that came up. It actually was a question, and it came from another podcast. It's the funniest thing where a person responded to it. I don't know if you got a chance to see yet on Drink Champs, the Tony Yayo interview. Okay. Well, Tony Yayo and DJ EFN had a moment where there was a comparison between the better storyteller when it came to rapping. EFN felt that Ice Cube was a better storyteller than Biggie. Tony Yayo, being in true Tony Yayo fashion, he went off. You know what I mean? As he would respond to that situation. But I listened to another podcast where they kind of was putting certain songs on, when you would hear it. And there was a debate about whether something was a autobiographical song, basically, or a story.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to ask you, I'm going to ask you that question. In your opinion, who do you think the better storyteller is between the two?
I'm going to say Cube because he had more stories. So it's like, okay, it's hard to answer that. I'm giving Cube the edge because he has more albums, more stories, more things. You got to look at the fact that he was writing for Easy, so those are his stories as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I admired the way Big told them better.
Okay.
So, but I give Cube the edge because of the how many stories he had. He had, you know what I mean? A whole, because let me ask you this just real quick. What's your favorite? Which one was your favorite story that Cube told?
Me personally, it probably was today was a good day.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Today was a good day.
Um. You know,
As far as Q, now, yeah, steady
steady,
mobbing was crazy.
steady mobbing. I think was mine.
Steady mobbing. My
Coming out
opinion,
feeling about 10 pounds lighter, like you know what I
yeah.
mean. You know what I'm saying?
On the
Like
couch so I can get the dick. Looking for the place where all the
all
hoes kicking
kicking
at.
it. Look at it. I got look at it.
I mean, hey man, his words not mine. But then they spun around and they was just like today's agenda. You know, got the suitcase up in the central. You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
go to
Like,
room 112. Tell them
yeah.
Paco sent you.
You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So they was
yeah.
like, what? I'm like, whoa. But then they spun move. Check it out, E. Somebody who a little bit older on the show said, well, if you're gonna do that, then you gotta put Dana Dane in there. You gotta put Cinderfella Dana Dane. Then you gotta put
Yeah.
Nas in there. Because Nas gonna do, rewind. He gonna do that like he went back.
Nobody has ever told a story backwards, but my boy NAS says the letter that's pals. Nas,
Right.
Nas.
So they started actually working on developing a list, since that's what we're talking about, of the greatest, like some of the greatest storytellers
Okay. Did
in
anybody say Slick Rick was on it?
Slick Rick was in there. He was
Now,
above Big and Cube and them.
now,
Yeah.
was Snoop on there?
Will Smith was on it.
Yeah, summertime.
I mean, only reason I'm saying this is
He's
because
Charlie Mack and he's the first out the limo.
that's what I'm saying. I want to make. Only reason I'm bringing it up is because the concept of dealing with, once again, the list.
I don't know what you're saying.
Talking about the list is it's always going to be a comparison, which is great. But what I love more about it than anything else, it makes you do the research. It
Yeah,
makes you go back and think. It makes you go back and look some of these people up, even if you wasn't, a part of that time period. See, lists
yeah,
to me do have a value because
they
it
do.
makes you do things that you otherwise wouldn't
They
do.
do.
And now with
Right,
our super highways that we have in these phones, like we done had arguments about top receivers in the NFL.
right.
Who was the best this season, last season of all time.
Yeah,
I love those type of things. You know
me
what I
too.
mean?
Me too.
But I thought that it was pretty smooth when he did it. And then, but see, let me say this. Here's the funny part about it. After the Tony Yayo and EFN conversation about the situation, I'll say that Cube did respond. And what he basically alluded to, I don't have it in front of me to quote it verbatim.
Right,
But
EQ,
what he did,
LL too.
oh, come on, Ellen, that's what I'm saying. EQ. That's
Mhm.
the beauty of it. There's
Right.
certain things when you create certain lists, it make you go back into a time in your mind
Yeah.
that you was doing certain things or something that you remember about it, which is why I love them. This is why I say they have a benefit for them as long as you understand what it means to you and the things that, and what list we talking about. But
Right.
anyway, what he
Right.
what he actually was saying is Cube's response to that situation was, well, if you're talking about storytelling, I actually was in movies.
Yeah. See,
Like, bro,
I ain't even
and it
know
was
he
like,
said that.
whoa,
I ain't know he
what I
said
mean? I'm
that.
like,
I ain't
that's a
know. That's a whole different thing because he's telling the story through his acting and the movies that he wrote.
you see what I'm saying? So
Like that's why I said. So that's the reason why I said I gave him the edge.
yeah,
Remember?
because you now you got to put L in there. Now
Mm-hmm.
you got to put Will Smith in there because they both acted. See how that list made a sub list. Now, it's a
Ice
whole.
T got to be on there, man.
Come on, E. Come on. Now he on the sub list too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying all of that because I believe that
It
you
builds
know
a tree.
it does. It does, and it's a good thing, and it can be a positive thing. I know sometimes we look at these lists and then we be like, "Wow, that's how jokers feel," but that's really what they, Nah, it ain't about that.
You know
It
what? I
ain't
got.
about
I
that.
got another. I got another list right here too. Let me see. I think it was two lists that I had got together for you just for this. Y'all
Okay.
excuse me looking in my notes right here. I'm gonna start with this right here. It said the 12 greatest handles, NBA handles, all time. They don't have them numbered, but this is the
Okay.
people that they have
No,
on there.
in no particular order, but these are the
Right,
people.
right.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving,
Okay.
Allen Iverson. I think they actually putting Kyrie. No, they're doing no. Kyrie is first. I'm sorry. They got it
Okay.
is the way they had. Okay, so it's
Okay.
Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson.
So we're going
Steph.
1 to 12 or 12 to 1. What we doing? We going
I'm
up or
doing
down?
1 to 12. 1 to 12.
1 to 12. Where we
I
go?
done started already.
Kyrie
At
at 1. AI
AI,
at 2.
Steph at 3.
Okay.
Pistol Pete at 4.
Wow. Okay.
5. Chris Paul.
Right.
6. Tim Killer Crossover Hardaway.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. UTEP two-step. Got you.
Yeah. Number 7, Jamal Crawford. People slept on Jamal
Oh,
Crawford.
no, he put him to sleep. Now they
Yeah.
didn't sleep on him. He
Yeah.
rocked him to sleep.
Number
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
Mr. White Chocolate himself, Jason Williams.
A problem.
Yep.
Problem.
Number
Yeah.
9,
Okay.
Zeke. Isaiah
Yeah, that
Thomas.
was it right there. E, that's you right there. AKA
Yeah.
E, DJ E, Mr.
Right.
Influential. All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So he was number 10 on the. He's number 9.
Number 9. So
Why
number.
they ain't making number 11?
I don't know, man. I don't know, P. I'm just keep clapping it up every time. Number 10, Nick the Quick Van X.
Okay.
Number 11,
Okay.
James Harden.
Okay.
And number 12,
Right.
Stevie Franchise.
So, I love the list.
I love this because I'm gonna see if we thinking the same thing.
So,
Who should be added? Who should come off?
all right. So I'm gonna start by saying this. I mean, if I'm going to omit someone from the list, then I need to be charged with responsibility for their replacement. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So right now it's easy for me to quickly say who could come off because I know who it is that's on.
Yeah.
But who will replace him will be a little bit difficult because I'm not thinking about him like right now in the present moment. Wow. Okay, let me say this. I don't know how you would replace. Maybe you would replace him. I like Harden as a player, but I don't think as far as his handle, it's okay.
That's the one I would remove. Yeah.
I would take him off the list. Because we're talking about handle specifically.
Yeah.
We're not talking about his contribution to the game and the other ways that he can do things. So him. Who would I replace him with? Wow.
I know who I replace him with.
Okay, who? Go.
Baron Davis.
I like Baron Davis. I need you to stop that over there. I like Baron Davis. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the show. He's talking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't come here to hear all of that. Chill out, yo. You number one on the list right now. Be cool. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with you, man?
Ain't me, brother.
I think Baron Davis, bro. Baron Davis, though.
Baron Davis. Okay, let's go with Baron Davis. It's tough, man. It's tough, but like I don't look at those like certain names. Like I said, it's Harden. I see what Harden can do, and it's nothing against what he can do, but it just to me, like when I think of a handle,
yeah,
it's just a little bit different.
He definitely wasn't supposed to be in front of Steve.
I would say John Wall had a better handle than
Harden.
I mean, he can't stay healthy, but I think that John Wall had one. I'm quite sure that people might feel a little bit differently. But John Wall could have been on that list.
First of all, I don't know what the criteria is.
Right.
Because I understand why they put Pistol Pete on there, but couldn't nobody really dribble the ball like that back in there. You know what I mean? Now,
right.
Another person, and this is crazy, because I don't know how long you had to play in the league or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
okay.
If it's only like a couple seasons, 1-2 seasons, there's no way Sham God's not on the list.
This is what I'm saying.
It's a move named after him, man. That Kyrie does, or Rod Strickland.
Another.
You see what I'm saying? Wow. Sickening, guaranteed made him jump like Rod Strickland.
Oh, you like that part too, huh? You put the verse in there, put the part of the verse. Okay.
Yeah.
You do know if you do make it to a song, you had to be pretty nice with what you did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. My thing is all those things, man. You can make arguments about them, but I'm quite sure, man, they just like being incorporated with them. They'll all tell you, man, it ain't about nothing, man. It ain't about that, baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? LeBron handled crazy.
It is.
For a big fella like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying he had to go on there. I'm just saying.
Right.
I like that, man.
I got another list for you, though.
Give it to me.
This is for the NFL. Okay. The top 12 most annoying fan bases. We're going to go from 12 to 1. Number 12, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 11, the Buffalo Bills. Number 10, the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 8, the Washington Commanders. Number 7, the Cleveland Browns. Number 6, the New York Giants. Number 5, the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Number 3, the Dallas Cowboys. Number 2, the New England Patriots. And number 1 most annoying fan base goes to the Philadelphia Eagles.
You right about it. We get on your nerves. Hey, you know what though, man? All jokes and smoke aside, man, I love being on that list. I love being on that list. I mean, I'm doing my job as a fan.
Hey, Miss Brown. I appreciate you stopping through, Miss Brown. Love every time you come to see us, yo.
Miss Brown, thank you for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, you better know it. She put Philly in there. You already knew. You was psychic. You was ahead of the curve. Yeah, all of these lists that we talking about, the greatest thing about any and all of them, man, is being in the position to be able to, you know what I mean, have these discussions, these debates, these different feelings and different things about it. They're great. They're great. It's great to be in a situation where people at least think about you enough to put you in the conversation. Just don't allow it to be able to be the end all be all. You know what I mean? You got some people that don't make certain things and they turn around and they be like, well, I didn't make this list. I guess I might as well give up. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, man, don't get so bent out of shape about these things.
So do you feel very proud about your Eagles, right? Being number 1?
I do. Yeah. I do. As far as being the most annoying, I know that's kind of like why would you want to celebrate?
But that's what you're supposed to be. That's because listen, football is that sport. It's your team against everybody. That's how you feel. You know what I mean? So I do understand why they could say Philly is the most annoying. And most of my NFL games I went to was in Philly, and I have no problem hearing it. You know what I mean? I have no problem hearing them go crazy, even though I'm not an Eagles fan. You know, so yeah,
right. No. I like it. You know, we're gonna do a lot of it. Give me your Mount Rushmore, 4 of them. Mount Rushmore of comedians from any era.
Mount Rushmore of comedians. That's not easy, man. But I'm gonna say Bernie Mac.
Okay.
It's 4 of them in Mount Rushmore, right?
Y'all can leave y'all's in the comments too, y'all. Mount Rushmore comedians.
Bernie Mac.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy. Right? Richard Pryor. And Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
The mine's right there.
Okay. Got another question for you. Okay. Who's actually on Mount Rushmore?
Lincoln, Washington, Jefferson, I think it is. I can't think of the 4th, but I know Lincoln and Washington on there.
Keep Jefferson. Go ahead.
Jefferson and Franklin.
Close, Theodore Roosevelt. But I'm going to give you a round of applause, man, for even knowing that. You know why I brought that up, brother?
Yeah.
Because like most things in life, when we want to have arguments about certain things and somebody might ask you a question, something like Mount Rushmore, we'll be quick to develop anything that we want to develop.
Right. But don't know the real shit.
Remember the real stuff. We don't know the real facts. And it's like, yo, give me the Mount Rushmore. And they turn around and say, it's 4 of them, right? And you look at them and go, how do you at least know the number of people on Mount Rushmore? Yes. So like you said, Roosevelt, Lincoln, You know what I mean? Washington. You just said the other one. I forget
And
the other one.
Jefferson.
And Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just, I'm glad to
You
see that. You got 3 out of 4. Not bad at all, man.
you know
Not bad
why?
at
You
all.
know why? Listen, I'm always gonna remember Lincoln's face on there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But the reason why, um, I thought about it real quick is because every city has a
hmm
Washington Street,
hmm
a Lincoln Avenue.
Okay.
A lot of them have a Jefferson Street. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Long as
And
you ain't say a Martin Luther King Street or nothing, because
yeah,
it's a lot of Martin Luther King boulevards
Boulevards.
all over
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
but you understand what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
every they all have a Washington. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A Washington, a Lincoln. You know, they always and it be Roosevelt's too. You know what I mean? But Roosevelt
Yeah. Roosevelt
Boulevard.
boulevards.
Yeah,
Exactly. A
you
lot
see
of
what I'm
them. Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
So if you hear these names everywhere, it has to mean something, bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
However you put it together, brother, the fact that you even did that, I mean, like I said, some people create lists for the sake of argument, man. I mean, I just feel like arguing.
That's just like us being from Trenton, you Roebling Market, and you know what I mean, and the Roebling family, Roebling Steel, all that was a big deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
They even a couple of their family members was on the Titanic. You know what I mean? And
hmm
that was documented. It's like these people was real important. You know,
hmm
but that's just how it go, man.
I do
That's how
think
it go.
that once again, I think it's important to understand the value of a list. I do think that we should look at it and embrace it. Yeah, I still do think it does matter, who and what list that you really, consider important to you. Like E said earlier, they may have a list about all negative people, and you don't want to be on a list like that unless that's what you're shooting for.
Right,
So I do think that in life, list to me, what a list does is once again it forces people to kind of like revisit certain times and different things and criterias, and different things that factor into why a person, considers a person for a certain situation. Like why would we never talk about, top 10 lists of best teachers that was in Trenton High or,
right,
Ewing High or Notre Dame or any of these schools, any places? Why we don't never do a top 10 list of that?
right.
People that had a major impact in our lives. We'll put together a top 10 list of our favorite rappers and our favorite sports, different people, individuals, but we don't take the time to put together a positive list like like I said, top 10 teachers.
Yeah,
Something that we all win. And I mean, it came from different eras, different times, just like sports. You know, our mother and father's top 10 teachers wouldn't have been our top 10 teachers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because it's a different
right,
time. But I just think in life, we're going to have lists anyway. Learn how to make those things work for you, man. They're a great thing if you really look at it. And
right.
I just thought that it was a great concept when you brought it up. But I
Mm-hmm.
think we're going to get into some this or that's this week. You good with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of This or That.
Look at my
Where,
voice.
when P's going to ask me a series of questions and I got to answer whether I do this or that. So let's get to this right like that.
Welcome, y'all. Like I say, if y'all looking at this live right now, please leave your answers in the comments, man. We love it. All right, Brian, we're going to get right into it. Dealing with intense pain for a minute or dull pain the whole day.
A tense for a minute.
Okay. All right.
You know why?
Okay.
Because the dull pain, well, they both going to alarm me, but the dull pain is going to be, it's only going to be like antagonizing me. Like, yeah, you all right. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Yeah, you good. You know, you ain't. Sit down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
like, I don't
I
want
get you.
to, you know what I mean? But if you,
I think if you put two clocks up and one of them got 60 seconds on it and one got like 24 hours,
yeah,
you probably like, all right, man. Go ahead, hit me with the intense, man.
yeah,
You can holler for 59 seconds.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that, but that word is bond. That fall asleep is midnight, and you
yeah.
got it all the way to the next midnight. Nah,
Nah,
you right, bro. Give me the
yeah.
intense pain for
Yeah,
1
that's
minute,
his
man.
pain. 1 minute.
You
You
know
be
what I mean?
crying
Shout
and
out to all the
everything.
mothers out there. Shout out to all the mothers out there that went through that intense pain. That Lord,
They brung these babies into the world.
that's it. Safety and predictability,
Yes.
or danger and excitement.
Safety.
And predictability, or danger and excitement. I see what they're trying to do there. I see what they're trying to do.
I don't like
Yeah,
that danger and excitement shit, man. Just depending what I'm doing though. It just it really depends on what I'm doing, man. The
What do you
danger and
mean?
excitement for.
What do
Like
you mean?
not danger. I don't want to put it to you like this. I don't want to be danger of death, right?
Right. So
I'd
when you say
rather
it depends on what you're doing, you mean like
listen. No,
enhancements or something? I
no,
mean,
no. I'm gonna tell you. No, you
okay, all
said
right, okay.
yeah. You said you said danger. Say it again. What the question was?
Safety and predictability, or
Right.
danger and excitement.
Danger and excitement. Okay. So I don't want to be on a danger and excitement list if it's about death. Like I can almost fall off a cliff, but we don't fall, and I grab the tree. No, I could be on a danger list is if it's like me getting caught. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I see
That's
you. I see you, Didi Jones. I see you. I see you. Okay,
yeah.
danger and
That
excitement for you. Okay, go
that's
ahead.
that's what I can. That's how I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be danger of death, but danger of getting caught. Somebody seeing me do
Right.
something. I'd
So
rather
you
do
want
that.
so you want safety. You want safety and excitement. You trying to make your own lane. You
Yeah, I
know what I
just
mean?
don't know. I'm just saying I don't want the danger to be as extreme as death. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
I'd
Okay.
rather have the danger be extreme as a fine or something like that.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go with safety and predictability. I'm cool at this stage in my life. I'd rather play it safe and know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You can call me
Yeah.
boring or whatever
No,
you
you're
want.
not bored. No,
I'd
no,
rather
no.
know.
No. That's why I was saying what I was just saying. You
It
know what I
don't
mean?
matter, bro. You know what I say in theory, man. You can call me boring, but you will be calling me.
Yeah, right.
Danger and
Listen,
excitement, you might not be calling nobody.
right.
Having
You know,
terrible body odor or extremely bad breath.
I'm just not coming outside, man. You know what I mean? I can't mess with neither one of those, bro. Yeah. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
All right. I wait. I gotta get Didi Jones. I gotta get it. Having terrible body odor, having terrible bo, or extreme bad breath. Leave it in the comments. Okay. This right. This is kind of question here. Reincarnate as a parrot or a fish. Yeah. Ain't but one of them gonna talk. So the other one in water, and we know how I feel about that.
No, so obviously if I was a fish, I'd be swimming. I could swim, okay? Don't you gotta I'm reincarnated. I'm starting off. Like what fish can't swim? You know what I mean? They come out swimming. But a
Yeah.
parrot I don't want to be nobody's parrot. I don't want to be nobody's parrot, man. I'd rather be a fish. Stay away from the worms. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you rather be? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a parrot because me, man. Them fish, man. Is that whole little system is different. If you're not a big fish, then you're gonna get eaten by a big fish. So as a parrot, at least you might be in a cage. Worst case
yeah.
scenario.
If I
You know.
came back reincarnated as a fish, I'm automatically a big fish because I'm
All
legendary in
right.
this life. Like I know who I am.
Okay. All
Big
right.
fish.
Fair enough. So either having extreme emotions, or being emotionless.
Emotionless.
Wow. Wow. You know why that's tough?
Because I don't want nothing to be extreme.
Right. Extreme makes it so much more.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But you got to think from the perspective, right? Like I think I love hard now, but I would be even more loving, right? But then when I'm upset, I would be even more upset. So yeah, I mean, to not have any emotion at all, so I couldn't express it. I don't. Wow. How do you win that? How do you win that? That's
You
a lot.
wouldn't you wouldn't know because you didn't have the other ones ever had either one of them. See what I'm saying?
If
So
you never had them, yes, then
yeah,
you can't miss what you
but
never had.
if
But if
it
you had them
but
and
if
then they was
somebody say
gone,
from this day forward you got to pick one like red pill, blue pill,
yeah,
and you go emotionless. Yeah, I understand. I understand clearly what you're saying all the way around. It's not as easy, but I don't want to feel.
it's that extreme word, man.
Sometimes exactly, because sometimes I seem emotionless in real, like in this world. You know what I mean? But it's not
Hmm.
true. I just don't react the same. Like other people do. But
Hmm.
if I go from that to not ever caring at all, yeah, that might be tough.
Might be
You know what I
tough, man.
mean?
Might be tough. Yeah. Um, Meet your favorite singer or your favorite actor.
Um, I say actor. I think every art has everything has a different level. So you know how you got like you got the wired headphones, then you have the Bluetooth headphones on, a
Right.
wired mic, and then you got a wireless mic. You know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
different levels supposed to be making it better. I think acting is at the top of that, like over music, because you don't see a lot of actors first wanting to become musicians. They might have did it before, but you'll see musicians become an actor all day because the movie checks is
Right.
different. But I just think it's the highest level of art. You know,
Yeah. I mean, personally speaking, it depends on who the person is in general. It don't even matter what they do. Person
right?
I the person that I would want to meet between the two of them,
Hmm.
whichever one's going to bring some value.
Right. Yeah,
Because
of
you can
course.
meet your favorite singer and you can turn around and go, "Oh wow, that person really brought no value." And then you
Right.
meet your favorite actor and they could be like one of the people that just inspires you to do amazing things. So whatever one's going to bring me the best value, that's the one I want to meet.
So if you had to pick one, who would you think it would be?
And it has to be sticking within the scope of the actual question, singer or actor.
Yeah.
If I had to pick between the two, I'm gonna
Watch
say
me.
singer. I'm gonna say singer, right? I usually
Okay.
would go actor, but I'm gonna say singer. And because of his artistic design, his artistic craft in singing, I would wonder what a conversation would be like with Dwele.
Okay. I see where you're going with that neo
I,
soul flow.
yeah, I would kind of want to now at this stage in my life,
Right.
right now.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give. I'm gonna give you mines, and not because of recent times, but I still
Okay.
wouldn't want to know what happened.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx,
Nice.
and he's the
Nice.
hybrid. He's the hybrid.
Nice.
He's the
Absolutely.
actor and the singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
The man got an
Okay.
Oscar.
Okay. Right. Right. So he's just not. He's not just
Yeah.
an actor and a
And guess
singer.
and guess what else?
What's that?
Pretty funny comedian too.
Yeah. He's on a good. He's on a nice list.
Yeah.
That list he's on is a nice list. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
very selective.
So
So I like
that's the person. That's the person I would want to have a
yeah,
sit down with.
I like how this list thing is generating this response. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, let me give you one. You know what I mean? I think that we both, find joy in teaching and being inspirational and
Yeah.
motivational. So just thinking about it from a teaching perspective, being a teacher in middle school or high school, which one?
Um, high school freshman teacher.
Okay. Which actor? Which actor, Ms. Which actor, Didi Jones? Which actor? I see you said actor in the comments. Tell me which one. Go ahead. You said I'm sorry, high school freshman high school teacher.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I can tell you why.
Elaborate, brother.
That's usually when the influence starts
Okay.
because you know you're at the last branch. Not not saying college doesn't kill. I'm not gonna get too technical, but you understand what I'm saying. Like you went
Hmm.
from you ain't paying attention in daycare, then you went to elementary,
Hmm.
then you went to middle school, and then it's
Hmm.
high school.
Right.
You know, after this, you really don't have to go back to school anymore. That's what I'm
Correct.
saying.
Correct.
So as you know that you have to keep growing. Once you get to that last building or level that you know you have to do, the
Hmm.
influence starts then for a lot of people. Not all of them, because you got freshmen who's looking up to the sophomores, the juniors, the seniors, all of them. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if they're looking at the wrong negative approach, you can kind of, if you're a person like me that can read people, you can say, if I don't get him, he gonna slip away.
Yep.
Because it takes a village. When they speak on that village to raise a family, school teachers are part of that. That's what they're
Absolutely.
supposed to be.
Right.
So
I go sophomore. Sophomore in high school, obviously. I
continue to
consider
influence, my brother. Continue to influence.
well, not only that, the sophomore grade level is the forgotten grade level. 5th grade.
It's the
You
middle
got to
child.
Well, not only that, but you got to remember before high school went and it started at ninth like that. There were certain times where by the time we got to 10th grade,
Yeah.
there was a different concept. You were like the new kid on the block, so to speak, in certain levels or certain places.
Right.
I'm gonna say the sophomore year because of the fact, like you just said, initially when you're the freshman, you're the new kid on the block. Everybody has a lot more patience. They have a lot more that they want to kind of inspire you to see, kind of pour into you, give you good examples very early on because they don't want you to become, led astray into different things that won't be beneficial. Your senior year, to me, you're on your way out the door. You see the exit. You see which way it's going. You've made these decisions. Your junior year is actually the year that you actually start to really lock all the way into what you're going to do. It's actually your most busiest year. Not
Yeah.
from so much the thing about like social, like socially, your senior year, you're graduating, you got proms, you got all these other different things. But your junior year is a big, big, big year. You know what I mean? Then you start doing SATs or PS, whatever they are
Probably
at this
it's
point.
probably the biggest year, most
It is
important year.
no, yeah, your junior year is the biggest year.
Yeah.
So I said sophomore because to me it's the forgotten year. It's
I
the
like
forgotten
that.
year. Everybody pours into the freshmen. Everybody knows the juniors. You need to get yourself together. Make sure you're on top of things and keep doing what you need to do.
That
Seniors, you're on your way out the
that
door.
middle child. That middle
That
child.
middle child,
That middle child, because it was the baby until the
right?
new babies came.
That's all it was.
That's why it's the middle child. You know what I
Absolutely,
mean? Yeah.
absolutely. So I like
Yeah.
that. So you can take us out of there, brother. That was the last one on that one. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do something different. Watch what I do when I take us out. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you we're done while we're looking at P's face. I don't have to be looking at the camera. Let's get back to the That was funny, man. Listen, man, this your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential. Before we sign out, one quick question, P. What are you watching nowadays? Other than like YouTube, what shows are you watching right now, brother? Because the power schedule kind of got shifted around. They usually will be getting ready for raising Canaan, but it ain't coming probably towards the end of the year. But what shows are you watching right now?
Got a few things, man. I've been checking out. One on Netflix is kind of crazy. Survival of the Thickest. It's one of the girls from one of the shows I was watching on. I think it's the Wives First Wives Club or something that I was watching on BT Plus. Peach. Still obviously watching Sisters. A few other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, like we watch Ruthless. Watch a lot of BT Plus stuff too. Um,
It don't got to be new right now. I mean, even if you just watch a certain particular thing on Netflix or anything, but you telling me what you watching right now?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, the thing about this strike right now that's going on, dealing with these actors and these writers.
I didn't even see
I
that. I
mean,
gotta
it's
go
it's
find it.
getting ready to get a do some little research into that situation as well. It's getting ready to get a little skimpy, man. Especially when the fall season come around. Right now, in the summertime, you can get away with not really having too much going on because people outside and moving around. But those are a few of the shows. Like I said, lot of BET Plus shows. Some of the other things that I've been watching is primarily like a lot of documentaries. For me, I'm a big documentary guy anyway, so there's
Yeah.
always somebody's documentary out, so I'm always good. But show wise, yeah, Sisters, I'd say Like I said, Survival of the Thickest, uh, and Ruthless. Oh, and Average Joe.
Oh, I
Those
ain't
these
watched
two
that
right
yet.
there.
I ain't watched that yet.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got
Uh,
going on?
Sisters, ready to love. You can tell we married brothers, man. Go ahead, bro.
Absolutely, yeah,
You know, cause I
yeah.
like you said, other than YouTube, cause I watch Drink Champs, all that, Million Dollars Worth of Game, all the podcasts. Um, but
Oh
um,
yeah.
but we
Okay, I
talk.
gotta check that out. I gotta check that out, Don. Your
Yeah. Oh,
Honor
Your
is
Honor.
my favorite. Oh, a
Yeah.
favorite of the year, new series. Okay, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna definitely check that joint out. Okay, what
And
is it on? What is it on, Don? What
and,
network?
and then I've been watching Insecure all over again on Netflix.
That's always nice. A rewatch is always nice.
I used to do that. I don't know how many times you rewatch The Wire.
I mean, I don't. You don't count them. You just rewatch them. I mean, it's
Like 4 times. I watched the whole series like 4 times probably.
yeah. That's when you know they did it right. That's when they never did it right. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. So listen, you know where y'all can find us on your favorite podcast and streaming sites: Spotify, Apple Music. I mean Apple Podcasts. I always do that too. Spotify,
All good.
Apple Podcasts,
hmm
Stitcher, Radio Public,
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, iHeartRadio.
That's right.
You know,
Um.
Audible.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah,
And of course, each and every week, you guys can find us right here on Tuesday between
right.
7 and 8ish with the
Yeah,
ISH on it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You can look at the repeat immediately afterwards, right there on my brother's page. You can also see this show each and every week, 7 o'clock on Thursdays, on our YouTube channel. That's the Porch Podcast on YouTube. And yeah, that's where you can find us. And as we say each and every week, we appreciate you tuning in. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when all of the content is dropping. And I just think it's been another great episode, man. And I can't wait till next week's episode. What my brother is going to come up with, or me possibly next.
Oh shit.
Other than that, man, like I said, shout out once again, man, to everybody in the list. Always remember, you on somebody's list. Make sure you be on the right list, though. Y'all be good, man. We see y'all next week. I'm going. Take us up out of this piece.
All
Thanks to
right,
everybody
y'all.
who tuned in. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.